You ever just stare at your camera, unsure what to shoot or what to create, or worse, you know what to shoot, but you don't have the money to go create it? Well, in this video, I want to go over some of the tips and tricks that I've used over the last 10 years as a broke photographer that I have been, so that you can apply them to your own, maybe use those experiences to become an even better photographer. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Sergio and I'm a commercial photographer here in Victoria, BC, and I've been shooting a little over a decade now, and one thing that I know is for sure is that creativity is a muscle that we keep building. And if you're in a situation where you aren't getting any ideas coming, you don't feel like you're very creative right now, you've got a slump, you're in a rut, it's okay. And I want to normalize that, because no matter how good you are at it, no matter how much you've been a creative genius since you were 3 years old, you'll have times and periods where it's just not working out. Sometimes it feels like everything you shoot just isn't landing, or the ideas that you come up aren't landing, or even you just don't have ideas come up at all. And it's frustrating, it's tough. You're like, man, I just want to be able to shoot the way I want to shoot. If you look at any photographer that's had success, or any creative that's had success in their lifetime, whether that's today or 50 years ago or 500 years ago, the most successful artists were always the most consistent and the most prolific across history. Don't worry if that one shoot didn't go well. Don't worry if that one client isn't working out for you. Don't worry if the one shoot that you've been working on for the last 3 months fails. It's gonna happen. It's okay. It happens. There's a lovely quote from Picasso that's, inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. You know, like there is such a thing as good luck, but you have to be working so that that luck finds you. You have to be putting those hours in. You have to be creatively showing up time and time again if you want it to be fulfilling for you. It's not going to happen every time, and it's not going to happen all the time. But it won't happen if you're not doing it all the time. To start off, if you're feeling stuck, if you're unsure what to do, I don't know why I'm holding a camera. I'm going to take the camera out of my hands for the rest of this video. That's all right. If you're unsure what to shoot, one of the things that is the most powerful tools, ways to work on your creativity, the most efficient workout exercise at the gym for your creativity is to work with constraints, work with limitations. Think of the gym even. Like if you're isolating individual muscle groups, well, you will work on those individual muscle groups specifically. Actually, maybe that's not the greatest analogy, because I feel like a deadlift will probably work on more muscles anyway, but whatever. Anyway, point is, limit yourself in your photography. Don't go in it with everything at your disposal. Go in with a lens, camera, and a flash. That's it. Go in with shooting everything on a tripod. Go in with only shooting the shadowed side of something, or only exposed for your highlights, or only exposed for your shadows. Every shoot that you do should have a constraint to it. The more constraints you can force yourself into, the more your mind will creatively come up with solutions to get out of those constraints. It's not about having all of the gear at your disposal, it's about how to create an end result that looks like you had all of the gear at your disposal. All we see is an end result. We don't care how you got there, we just need you to get there. Whether that's AI, or whether that's a $100 clip, or whether that's a $500 food stylist, whatever it may be, the way you get to your end result it doesn't really matter. We just want to see the end result. So creatively coming up with solutions to get to that end result is what's important. And how you do that is by constraining yourself in those creative ruts, or in those like situations where I don't know how to get to this level, I don't know how to get to this end result, but I will figure it out because I'm a photographer and this is what I do. One of the greatest exercises you can use for your own photography is to just challenge yourself and create these little timed challenges where you just have to shoot something. You promised yourself you would do this, and you will go out and do it. If I look back 5-6 years ago, when nobody was shooting and nobody was doing anything, I had self-assigned myself a reason to go out and shoot street photography. I wanted to shoot the things that forced people to get out of their homes. I didn't have everything at my disposal. I was really just like, nobody was going out, nobody was shooting. I hadn't done a paid gig in a very long time. I was feeling depressed. I was feeling like, at my wit's end. And I'm like, look, what is it that I like doing? I like creating something that didn't exist. I like documenting. I like shooting things in my environment. So what I did is I just took my cell phone and I purposely told myself I am going to post a photo every day for 30 days, and I'm just going to see what comes of it. And to this day, 6 years later, those iPhone photos, some of those iPhone photos are still some of my favorite shots. I love when I was able to go out and shoot. I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't want to do it. All I did was black and white, cell phone. I think it was a iPhone SE, if I was saying. And even when it comes to street photography, a lot of my street photography is a lot of action, a lot of people, a lot of things going on. And 6 years ago, there was nobody walking around. There's nobody doing anything. So I had to creatively come up with solutions to have an exciting frame, to have something that looked visually appealing, even though it wasn't the medium that I'm used to shooting. It wasn't the cities that I'm used to shooting. It wasn't the type of shots or even the gear that I'm used to using on my shoots. But what's important is just showing up and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. Because me being depressed and in a slump and not wanting to shoot is not going to land me another gig. It's not going to land me something that I actually do enjoy. But going through the motions and actually putting the work in of like, oh yeah, remember when I used to like this and this is why I got into this in the first place? Well, just doing that a little bit every day, after a month, after 3 months, after 6 months, after 5 years, you can be like, oh, that's what it means to be a photographer. That's what it means to just get up and shoot and to keep going. Because one day you're going to shoot something, you're going to share something, and it's going to get the attention of someone else. And that someone else is going to get the attention of someone else who's going to get the attention of someone else. And that's how you level up your photography. That's how you gain, this network, this community around you. And that's even how you get better as a shooter. I learned from doing. I tell my students all the time, you have to learn from doing. You have to make those mistakes to know what the mistakes are. You can't just learn about these rules and these like, oh, this has to be like this, or this has to be like this, or you can't use a Dutch angle unless you're trying to include this amount of feeling, or you can't shoot in the rain if you, like, there's a million rules that you should and can't and won't do, and they're all bullshit. Like, they're all just like other photographers who didn't do it that way, and they're forcing you to think the way they think. That's not why I got into photography. I got into photography because there's no rules and there's nobody to tell me what to do. And that is what I love. That's what's so cool about it. So why should I listen to another reason's Ray to do the thing? I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. And if I don't like it, then I'll change it. But I can't know that if I don't go out and do it myself. I can't read about it. I can't watch YouTube videos and tutorials and Instagram reels about people who are telling me like, oh, I did this and I made a mistake on it, so you should never do it again. Like, that might help sometimes, sure, that's good advice, but you need to still make that mistake yourself and realize if it is a mistake or not. You have to realize, oh, I actually kind of like this. This is not what we're meant to do, but I'm going to do it on purpose anyway because it looks cool. Photography is always just 10% gear and 90% what you choose to do with it. You're not going to impress anyone that matters with a 50mm f1.0, or you're not going to say, oh yeah, but these are our Broncolor lights instead of Godox lights, so I'm clearly a better photographer than you. Like, nobody cares about that crap. Like, all we really need is to show up and shoot, and if you got an end result, great. How you got there does not matter. Find a constraint for yourself for today, for tomorrow's shoot, or maybe later on if you're just watching this in the morning. Find a constraint that you can use for yourself. Maybe share it down in the comments so that other photographers can get inspired and can feel like, oh, maybe I'll try this one, or maybe I'll try this one, maybe I'll try that one. But share a constraint with us and see if you can go out and shoot it and see what you can come up with it. And this is me forcing you to think the way I'm thinking. But no, just like find something that you like to shoot and shoot it again and again and again. And especially when you don't want to go shoot, because that's when you'll come up with things that you just never anticipated in the first place. If you go out with an idea and you know exactly what you're going to go shoot, I mean, you might nail it. Oftentimes you won't, but oftentimes you might come pretty damn close. But if you go with an intention of like, I don't know what I'm going to shoot, I don't even feel like going out to shoot. I just know that in the past I've enjoyed myself when I was out to shoot. So I'm going to go out and shoot, and hopefully I create something that didn't exist, or that looks cool, or that I enjoy, or that puts a smile on my face, or puts a smile on someone else's face. Whatever that photography outlet means to you, go out and do it more often, and then do it again. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys spending some time here with me. Subscribe if you're new here. I try to do videos twice a week. I've been doing it once a week this past month because I've been moving. So welcome to my new spot here, which hopefully should look pretty much the same as it did before. I brought back the chair from like a year and a half ago or something, from a long time ago. So it swivels. It works with my neurodivergencies. It gets me to do a whole bunch of other things at once, and I can go out on tangents like this one and see how many people are still watching at this point in the video. If you are, leave a like. I will see you on Thursday. Appreciate you, love you, like you, enjoy you. Anyway, that's it. Later.